Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Story of Sam and welcome back to a brand new NBA video today here on the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the Washington Wizards and what's next for them as a team. If you guys are brand new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Of course guys, make sure to drop a like on today's video. That'll be great. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the Washington Wizards have definitely been a very interesting team over the last year, trading for Russell Westbrook, getting the 8th seed, losing in the first round of the playoffs, and the Wizards were a team where you couldn't tell if they were trying to make a real championship push, like try to build around Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, or they're going to eventually try to rebuild, try to tank, go for a really high draft pick. And once Russell Westbrook got traded to the LA Lakers, I really thought a Bradley Beal trade was imminent, but to this day Bradley Beal is still on the Wizards, and it makes me even more confused of what this team's true direction is. Now in the Russell Westbrook trade, of course, they traded away Russell Westbrook and they got back Kyle Kuzma, KCP, and Montrezl Harrell, and also a first round pick. Now I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like superstar trades are always really lopsided. I feel like the Wizards could have got a lot more value back for Russell Westbrook than just 3 solid role players and a first round pick. I mean, don't get me wrong, they got some solid players back. KCP can play pretty well. Kyle Kuzma still has a lot of potential. Montrezl Harrell gives you a lot of energy. And of course, 1 first round pick is nice, but for Russell Westbrook, he's still a great player. Maybe not an automatic all-star every single season like he was a few years ago, but Westbrook is still one of the best point guards in the NBA. And I feel like the Wizards could have gotten a lot more back for Westbrook if they just traded him to a different team. I made a video a little while back titled "Where do the Washington Wizards go from here?" and I basically talked about how I feel the Wizards should trade both Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal for young assets and picks in order to build around their future and really set themselves up for success later down the line. And I thought for sure that Bradley Beal was going to be the first one traded, but here we are shockingly, and Russell Westbrook is the only one traded. Now as far as I know, Bradley Beal still wants to stay on the Washington Wizards. I am definitely a fan of them getting Spencer Dinwiddie. I feel like Spencer Dinwiddie, they got him at a decent price and he's a great guard to play alongside Bradley Beal. But once again, that begs the question, is this team trying to win now, or are they trying to rebuild? Because if you are trying to rebuild, in my opinion, you have to trade Bradley Beal, get young assets back, get picks back. But if you are trying to compete for a championship, I don't know why they traded Russell Westbrook in the first place. They would have been better off trying to sign big time free agents alongside Beal and Russ. But since the Wizards already got rid of Russell Westbrook, that makes me more inclined to believe that the Wizards are going for a full-on tank. But again, they aren't committing to either one. They aren't like going all in trying to win now, and they aren't like going for a full tank like the Orlando Magic are. They gotta really draw a line in the sand of where they want to go, because right now, again, they are stuck in the middle. This Wizards roster isn't that great, but it's not terrible enough to the point where they're gonna get a top 3 or top 5 pick in the 2022 NBA draft. They've got some good players: Bradley Beal, Bertans, Thomas Bryant, KCP, Spencer Dinwiddie. They have guys, Rui Hachimura look pretty good, Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma. They've got some players, so they're gonna be too good to be like a full-on tanking team, but they're gonna be also not good enough at all to be like a true title contender. So they really need to start deciding what they're gonna do. In my opinion, the best way to go is to trade Bradley Beal, because he's gonna have a lot of value. He's still really young. He's 28 years old. He's in his prime. He's an amazing scorer. He almost won the scoring title last year. Bradley Beal has a ton of value. For the Russell Westbrook trade, there are definitely still some positives about it. Getting Kyle Kuzma could be a very good piece to have, because if he balls out this season on a bad Wizards team, puts up a lot of points per game, they could end up flipping him, trading him next season, trading him in a few years, and getting a lot of good value back. KCP, not really going to help this team. He's more of a guy that's going to help a championship contending team. Good 3-and-D role player. He can lose confidence in his shot pretty quickly though, so I don't know. He can shoot the ball, but sometimes he can go on some pretty big slumps. Montrezl Harrell, he's a good center, but it's really hard to play him at power forward because he's a really undersized big man. He can't guard the pick and roll. He provides no spacing, so it's either him playing the 5 or he's not playing at all. So I definitely think getting Kyle Kuzma was the most valuable thing they got in the Westbrook trade. So what is next for the Wizards? In my opinion, they gotta go full-on rebuilding mode, full-on tank mode, and try to get a really good draft pick, try to get another franchise player to really turn their entire team around, because right now, they're not going to be a team that's getting a top 3 pick, as I said, and they're not going to be competing for a championship. That is the worst place to be in the entire NBA. It's better to be the worst team in the NBA, getting a really high draft pick every year with a chance of getting an amazing player in the draft, than being where the Washington Wizards are right now. Probably going to miss the playoffs, but get like an 8 or a 9 pick in the draft, someone that's not going to fully change their team around. They need to trade Bradley Beal, whether he likes it or not. They got to get Kyle Kuzma's trade value up. They got to keep improving the markets of guys like Spencer Dinwiddie, Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell. If you play them on a bad team, they're going to get good stats. People are going to want to get them. So you can trade those guys for even more first round picks and truly start a rebuild. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on what's next for the Washington Wizards. At the end of the day, they got to trade Bradley Beal. They already traded Russell Westbrook. They're halfway there. Just trade Bradley Beal, get a lot of young assets back, and more importantly, first round draft picks. The more first round draft picks, the better, and really try to move on with this team and build up a new core there in Washington. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. And of course, guys, make sure to drop a like on today's video. That would be great. And if you guys do want to watch more of my NBA videos, I'm going to leave an end screen right when this video finishes to 2 of my previous uploads that I think you guys would really enjoy. So have a great rest of your day, guys. It's been Story of Sam, and I'm out. Peace.